Here's something that'll blow your mind. Liverpool's current badge is actually from 1955. Man City's is from 1972. You see, half of the modern football badges that you see are older, probably older than your grandparents. So why are clubs going backwards instead of forwards? And more importantly, why should you care about a tiny logo on a shirt? What's good, everyone? I'm Gabriel, and today we're talking about football badge psychology. Now, this isn't just about nerding about design, it's actually about million-dollar gambles that could either make or break a club's identity. Let me begin by telling you about the biggest badge disaster in modern football history. Picture this, it's 2018. Leeds United executives decide that their classic badge needs an update. It's clear, the business side of the club sees an opportunity. Having a newer, cleaner design is better for digital media and easier to trademark globally. So finally, they unveil this new design, and within 12 hours, thousands of fans are actively protesting on social media. Calls for deletion for the new crest, memes, and even a petition to not use the badge garnered over 50,000 signatures. The backlash was so intense that the club had to publicly apologize and scrap the entire rebrand. It cost them hundreds of thousands of pounds and almost triggered a fan revolt. This new design was completely different. Gone was the traditional shield, the rose, the classic elements that fans had grown up with. The business saw modernization and global appeal, but the fans saw the erasure of their identity. So why did grown adults lose their minds over a logo change? Well, the answer is simple. Badges aren't just logos. They're three completely different things to three completely different groups. Wow, that's a mouthful. To the fans, the crest is a time machine. Every time you see it, your brain instantly recalls every match, every victory, every heartbreak. You're not just looking at a design, you're looking at your dad taking you to your first game, the joy of winning promotion, the agony of relegation. It's emotional archaeology. To the business side, the owners, the board, maybe even the marketing department, that same badge is simply a brand asset. It's merchandise sales, global recognition, and market penetration. They see dollar signs and demographic data. But to the actual club, the players, the stadium, the soul of the institution, it represents something else entirely: identity and belonging. It's what connects a striker from Norway to a goalkeeper from Brazil to a fan base in Manchester. That's why clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich barely touch their badges. They truly understand that they are juggling three sacred responsibilities at once. But see, some clubs have cracked the code. They figured out how to honor tradition while signaling change. And their secret weapon is something brilliant. They're actually lying to you. Now, remember earlier I mentioned that Manchester City's new circular badge and Liverpool's Liverbird had a recent refresh. Well, most recently, both Ajax and Roma also had a badge refresh. Ajax's new crisp look is just a return to their 1928 original logo. Roma also refreshed their look by bringing to mind their original crest from 1927, but now with updated colors and a more detailed, illustrated look. The thing is, these clubs aren't moving forward, they're actually moving backwards. And it's genius because they're giving you nostalgia for an era you never experienced. Isn't it humbling you weren't alive in 1927? And then there's Juventus. In 2017, they said screw everything, and they went nuclear. With the help of Interbrand, they revealed a new badge, new colors, and new identity. The fans absolutely hated it. They called it corporate, soulless, a betrayal of 120 years of history. But the business side had a completely different calculation. They weren't just changing a badge, they were repositioning themselves as a global luxury brand. Think less football club, more Ferrari, more Gucci, but with a team attached. And the actual club, the institution itself, they needed this transformation to compete with the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, and the Premier League giants. They now had a new stadium name, a new strategy, and a new vision for global domination. Three different perspectives, one radical decision. And you know what? I would say that it has worked. 8 years later, they're one of the most valuable football brands in the world. They currently sit at number 11 of Forbes' world's most valuable team in 2025. The fans might still be split, but the business metrics don't lie. So what's the lesson here? Every badge decision is really about satisfying three masters who want completely different things. The fans want preservation. It's simple. Keep the memories alive, honor the tradition, and don't mess with perfection. The business wants evolution. to stay relevant, capture new markets, and optimize for growth. And the club wants identity, something that represents who they are and where they're going. Like, for example, AC Milan keeps their badge unchanged because all three identities align. The fans love the tradition, the business benefits from its iconic consistency, and the club's identity is that unbroken heritage. Juventus satisfied the business side and the club's ambitions, but divided the fans. Liverpool and City found vintage designs that somehow pleased everyone. Fans got nostalgia, business got fresh marketing angles, and the club got authentic heritage with modern appeal. Look, there's no right answer, just authentic choices that match what your club actually represents. To me, football badges are so fascinating because they're probably the only graphic design where getting it wrong can literally cause riots. But when clubs get it right, whether through bold change or stubborn tradition, they're not just updating a logo, they're writing the next chapter of their story. So what do you think? Should clubs play it safe with their heritage or take the Juventus approach and risk everything? Is your club in need of a new transformation? Let me know down in the comments. If you made it this far, thank you for your support. Feel free to leave me feedback, and also don't be shy of subscribing for some more football content. I'll be looking to cover the Premier League season and the stories that develop within there, but also some other leagues and especially the Champions League. I'll also drop a video like this from time to time just to put into words trends or ideas I noticed that I think might be noteworthy. Anyways, wherever you are, I hope you're having a great one, and until next time, peace.